Looking up, and they're trying to get in their stall, and just there's a lot of commotion. Thankfully, it happens right a lot of the time, but it's just a really scary reminder of just how quickly it can go wrong.
AJ back in here. Gonna fill up the fuel tank. Put a little more fuel in there, a little more assurance to drive a little further. And everybody's chose. We're lining up for one to go, coming to the tunnel turn up here.
Products by Logitech G, the official wheel and pedal of eNASCAR. Riding here with Ski Hocevar out front.
You got Hocevar on the inside there with Denny Hamlin. Nobody's really connected right here. Here comes Denny to the back of the 77.
Red car poking out of line, Cole Custer.
Hocevar dives down into the corner. Can he stay to the inside of the 6? Not able to do it. Rad's going to clear. Side by side behind them, the teammates from Joe Gibbs. Gibbs, Hamlin, down the back straightaway. Denny wants to side draft a little bit here. Going to be able to do it. Here comes Byron with a run.
Larson out of line, racing his teammate. Chastain trying to make something happen as we hit the tunnel.
Chastain to the inside here is going to take this momentum. A good push from the 45 of Reddick off into turn 3. Oh, Denny Hamlin up the racetrack with his teammate. Byron goes through.
How about William Byron, 2 for 1. Gets the teammates from Joe Gibbs Racing. 24 up to 3rd in the running order.
And Nemechek's going to try to take advantage of this as well. He goes by the 54.
First, right? Yeah. Tire or wall, we don't know. Window net already down. You can tell he has had, like, his frustration is peaked in this 23 car. Just mad, unplugged, literally. Radio unplugged already. Look at this.
It took some time, but we do get our 3rd caution of the day. Immediately you look at the points. He was plus 57 coming in, plus 20 now, 15th on our leaderboard. Said he didn't have much track position. He was 27th when he had his problem.
Man, let's see. It's on the outside of Chris Buescher down this straightaway. And
oh, flat.
Yeah.
Tire's flat.
Another right front tire. Similar to Herbst.
I was going to say team car.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Hold it up there.
So,
Hold it up there.
The emotion in his voice.
Bubba out of the car, walking by his teammate, the 35, also a right front. We didn't know if he had run over something, but you know, it could be two cut tires. You know, we just heard. Look at that right there. That shiny piece. This piece right here is what I'm looking at. I believe that's a part of a brake rotor. So Dale, you and I talked about this. We weren't sure if the tire went down or if it was when he stepped on the brakes, but it looks to me that the brake rotor has come apart. A flat tire is not going to explode the rotor. Now, if this would have been after he hit the wall, you know, you could be on the brakes when you hit the wall. That would break a rotor. But, you know, the cause and the effect, the brake rotor looks first, and then the third 2311 car had this conversation about brakes.
Yeah, the only good news is that our brake temps were a lot lower than theirs in practice, but we're just going to have to go to as much rear brake as you can stand.
But I'll be honest, that's not gonna keep it from happening.
I don't know that. Their rotor temps were a lot higher, that's what I'm telling you. They were almost 400 degrees hot.
And so you can hear the worry in the driver's voice.
There was a lot of people talking about coming.
Head down, run our race here. A good chance this comes right back to us.
Your reaction, Steve?
I mean, it's shocking to me. Look, it's easy to do, right? These radios are single communication. If 2 guys are on the radio at the same time, you can't really hear either at times. So, you know, it's a mistake that you
To the inside of Cindric.
Bowman making it work in that inside lane. He drives through to 2nd. Logano away with the lead.
It's a mess back there in the second half of the field on these restarts. Stenhouse to the inside here, 3 wide down into the tunnel.
Such an aggressive move for that bright yellow 47. Makes it work. Chase Briscoe looking to get some in the 19.
Every restart they make it through turn 1, I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I just can't believe they can get it figured out.
And I hope I draft right there at the last second. Try to drive in here and not be able to clear. The one of Chastain still on the outside. Now you're clear. You drive up the racetrack, take the position. He gets a little bit of a shove off the nose of that one car. Carries that momentum down the straightaway. Brad trying to take a few more spots here as he drives through the field. Oh man, that was tight right there.
Jumped around his teammate, Ryan Preece. Moved Brad up to 19th. On board Blaney into the corner.
Took advantage of Preece a little on exit, too. He just gassed it up, kind of took the spot.
And Blaney buries it down into 3. He's going to clear Preece off the corner. It's a good turn in race car when you can drive in the corner that deep and still carry the bottom, wrap the bottom of the corner there. Marty.
Junior, remember, this is part 2 of Ryan Blaney coming through the field. Started at the back of the field today because they had to change a starter before the race. Raced his way all the way up to the top 10, and then after that speeding penalty, he had to restart all the way back in the 35th position, now up to 20th. So, Junior, I'm curious, because Blaney has already done it today in these conditions, in this car, does that maybe help him a little bit on this run to have a little more knowledge of how to get through the field and make passes?
Yeah, absolutely.